Good morning, dear children. So, today we are going to start chapter number 7 Kinds of Verb from your grammar book. Children, we all have studied about verbs in our previous classes. What are verbs? Verbs are actually action words, or we can define them as words that show actions are called verbs. It describes an action or talk about something that happens. Example: stand, dance, sit, walk, read, write, etc. In the sentences, we can take them as the boys play cricket, the child laughs, the audience cried after listening the actor's story. So in these sentences, play, laughs, cried, all are verbs. Why? Because some action is going on in this verb. Okay, some action is going on. When we are playing, we are doing something. When we are laughing, we are doing something. When we are standing, we are doing something. So all these are doing words or action words. Okay. Now, as the name of the chapter is kinds of verb, we are going to study various kinds of verb in this chapter. They are auxiliary verbs or helping verb, modals, finite verbs, non-finite verb, transitive verb and intransitive verb. First of all, we will go according to the category. The first one is auxiliary verb. So what is an auxiliary verb? Let us see. Verbs which help the main verbs to complete their meaning are called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. What do you understand with this definition? When we were talking about verb, we have given some actions like read, write, stand, sit. All these are verbs. But the auxiliary verbs are the verbs which help the main verb. So those verbs were the main verbs. And this is the helping verb. So iske saath mein we put is, are, am, was, were, has, have, had, do, did, does. All these are helping verbs which we use in our sentences. Like some examples I have given down. I am playing in the park. She was talking loudly. Ravi did his homework. So here am, was, did, all are helping verb. What are they? They are all helping verb or auxiliary verbs. Okay. Now we will move to the next category, that is modals or modal auxiliary. What are modal auxiliary? Verbs that can be combined with another verb to indicate mood are called modals or modal auxiliary. They express necessity, uncertainty, ability or permission. They are used for ordinary verb. Children, so what do we understand with this? Here, the verbs which we can combine with the other verb, other action. Okay, and with that we can indicate the mood of the subject. है ना? अगर हम किसी की बात कर रहे हैं, that is the subject. So here we can express the mood, that how, in which mood that person is talking and want to share. Okay. We will see some examples where we are using these modals or modal auxiliaries. Okay. The words such as can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, we have used many times in our sentences. And with these words, we can identify that how the person is talking. They are asking for the permission. They are asking for they are doing a request. They are giving an order. So all these words show the mood of the action. Okay, I have put some sentences over here, just check. First one is, I can swim across the river. So here I can, this is showing the surety कि हाँ I can swim, मैं swimming कर सकता हूँ. Okay, I could attend the party. Here uncertainty is there. Maybe I can attend, maybe I cannot attend. So here I could attend the party. You may go now. You may go now मतलब आप जा सकते हैं. Okay. I might learn to bake cookies. I might means I can, I maybe, it's not confirmed. I might learn to bake cookies. Tomorrow will be a Sunday. This is a confirmation that tomorrow is Sunday. Okay. She said she would carry my books. She said she would carry my books. So would here is showing that she will carry the books. वहाँ वो books मेरी carry कर सकती है. Okay. He shall not enter my house again. Here an order. He shall not enter. Okay. He should be in the library now. He should be means it's a confirmation. It's sort of order they are giving that he should be in the library now. So I hope you have understood this models by now. Okay, it is only indicating the mood of the action. आप जब कोई एक्शन कर रहे हैं, आप किस मूड में हैं, ये वर्ड्स उसको एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ लेट्स प्रोसीड टू द नेक्स्ट टाइप. Then we have finite verbs. Verbs that change according to the subject in the sentence are called finite verbs. In this, the verb agrees with the number, person and the tense of the sentence. So finite verb, ये किस पर depend कर रहा है? It will depend on the number, obviously, and the person, what we are talking about, and the tense in the sentence. अगर present tense है तो verb कैसे हम present form use करेंगे? If it is a past tense, then we will go to past tense. If the tense is future, then we will add will with that. So यहाँ पर verb का जो है वो verb जो है किस पर depend करता है? Tense of the sentence. Like I love parades. This is a sentence in present tense. This is a sentence in present tense. She loves parade. This is also the sentence in present tense. She के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. So she, then love में we are adding s in the verb. Okay, because she is singular. So then Pop loved parades. Here we are talking about Pop. उसे parades पसंद थी. So it is a sentence in past tense. He walks home. He walks home. वो घर जा रहा है ना? It is in present tense. So again walks. S लगाया है. क्यों? Because with the singular we use s with the verb. And when the subject is plural, then we remove s from the verb. All these we have done earlier also. It is a revision also for you people. He walked home. He walked home. The sentence here is in past tense. Understood? Then we have non-finite verbs. Verbs that do not change according to the subject is called an non-finite. धीरे. Now when we talk about non-finite verbs, in this children, as we have seen in the finite verbs, that they change according to the tense of the sentence, person and number. But in this one, the verbs do not change with the subject. The verb do not change with the subject. Okay. In this, the word do not agree. The verbs do not agree with the number, person or the tense of the sentence. उसे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, कोई भी tense हो, कोई भी person हो, number हो, but the verb will remain same. Like for example, Raman tries to sing We try to sing. They try to sing. Okay, so the verb here will be try only. Okay. Then we will move to the second last category, that is transitive verb. Verbs that have objects are called transitive verb. Okay, when we are talking about those verbs which have objects, when we write them in the sentence, that action is there and there the receiver of the action is also there. Okay, so there is some object in the sentence. With the subject there is object also. Like, it denotes that action which passes over from doer or subject to an object. In this, so the subject is doing the action and again it is passing over to the object. Okay, like the boy kicks the football. The boy kicks the football. What the boy kicks? The boy kicks the football. The shot sank the ship. What did the shot do? The shot sank the ship. The driver stopped the train. The driver stopped the train. What is happening over here? Here who is stopping the train? The driver. What did he stop? He stopped the train. So here if the subject is also there, then the object is also there. Okay, the action is going from the doer to the ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, जहाँ सब्जेक्ट से अब जो वर्ब है वो किस पर पास हो रहा है? ऑब्जेक्ट पर. दैट इज वाई इट इज कॉल्ड ट्रांजिटिव वर्ब. देन इट इज intransitive verbs. So as we have seen कि जहाँ पर हम transitive verb की बात कर रहे थे, so that transitive verb was having the verb was transferring towards the object. Okay, an object was also there with the verb. But here what is happening? Here the action will not pass to an object. Okay, action will be there but it will not pass to the object. So what is happening here? Verbs that do not have objects are called intransitive verb. When there is no object in the sentence, then those sentences are called intransitive. Those verbs are called intransitive verbs and the sentences are called intransitive. Okay. It denotes an action which does not pass over to an object or which expresses a state or being. Okay, it denotes an action which does not pass over to an object or which expresses a state or being. Okay, ये object पर pass नहीं होता है. We can see in the example, he ran a long distance. He ran a long distance. Where did he run? Nobody knows, but he ran a long distance. So here no object is there. Then the baby sleep. The baby sleep. At what time? Where? Nothing is given. So what is the baby doing? The baby is sleeping. The ship sank rapidly. So ship sank rapidly. है ना? Ship जो है वो जल्दी से sank हो गया. But where? How? Nothing is given. So these sentences are intransitive and the verb in this sentence is also intransitive verb. Okay. So I hope you understood, and if there is problem we'll discuss later. Okay.